So with the first piece that we created called A Thousand Cut Journey, we were really interested in whether you could walk in the digital shoes of a Black person experiencing racism. That was sort of the general idea, in a way that didn't feel silly or reductive or overly simplified, that felt meaningful and authentic. And so that work really started off as an exploratory process around, can we do this in a way that makes sense? And I think an important piece of that process was we had to be willing for it not to make sense. We had to be willing to shift gears and decide that VR was not the way to go. And I think holding that was actually a really important piece of what we were doing. And we didn't really know
Sure.
until we got to the end of it. And we
Yeah.
were like, okay, go try this, people, and see where we've landed.
Yeah.
But I think that uh, was exciting to feel like we were able to land in a really meaningful place and a really impactful and powerful place with the work. And I think in some ways we're still unpacking why it's so powerful.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah.
we tried to engage in a very thoughtful process, integrating multiple perspectives, both disciplinary and personal experiences, different kinds of data as we developed the work. So I think that process helped us get to this place.
Yeah.
But in terms of the sum total of what it is, I'm still not sure
Yeah.
why.
Yeah.
It is,
Right.
and I don't know why.
Okay.
And we're still trying to unpack that. So I think the next steps for me are to, on an empirical side, really trying to dig into different kinds of data, different ways of studying and analyzing what's happening to people when they go through an experience like this, trying to understand, what do we couple with the VR? Is it a course? Is it a self-reflection guide? Like, what are the other elements that go along with the VR that are useful in terms of making the ideas and experiences transferable to other parts of life and ways that you understand how this functions in society? So how to use this piece,
Yeah.
and then thinking about new types of VR that we might create, integrating data visualization and exploring new themes and topics, but in VR.